The restaurant shimmered with soft golden light, reflecting off crystal glasses and polished silverware, creating an atmosphere of quiet luxury. He sat upright in his tailored suit, every detail of his appearance carefully curated, from the crisp collar of his shirt to the expensive watch on his wrist. Across from him sat his wife, her simple dress modest and slightly worn, her hands gently folded on the table as she looked at him with a hopeful, almost fragile smile. She had spent hours preparing for this evening, choosing her best outfit, fixing her hair with care, wanting to make him proud. But as she searched his face, she found only distance. He avoided her eyes, instead glancing around the room as if searching for something more interesting, or perhaps more acceptable. When the waiter approached, he ordered without hesitation, his voice firm and confident, not even pausing to ask what she might want. She opened her mouth slightly, as if to speak, then quietly closed it again, nodding in agreement with whatever he had chosen. A faint shadow crossed her face, but she quickly masked it with a polite smile, unwilling to create a scene. The sound of laughter from the Arab table seemed louder than usual, as though the world was mocking her silent struggle. Couples leaned toward each other, sharing jokes and gentle touches, while she sat there feeling like an outsider in her own marriage. She tried to start a conversation, asking him softly about his day, her voice warm and careful. He responded with short, distracted answers, barely acknowledging her effort. His attention drifted again to the people around them, especially when he noticed a group of well-dressed colleagues entering the restaurant. Her heart lifted for a moment, thinking he might introduce her, that he might proudly say her name and show the world she belonged by his side. But instead, he shifted in his seat, subtly turning his body away from her, creating a physical barrier. When his colleagues glanced in his direction, he greeted them with a confident smile, but made no gesture toward the woman sitting across from him. It was as if she were invisible, as if acknowledging her would somehow diminish him. She felt the sting immediately, a quiet but deep ache spreading through her chest. Her fingers tightened slightly around the edge of the tablecloth as she lowered her gaze, pretending to focus on the delicate pattern beneath her hands. She told herself not to cry, not here, not in front of everyone. She forced herself to take a sip of water, her movements slow and controlled, hiding the tremble within her. The food arrived, beautifully arranged, but she barely tasted it. Each bite felt heavy, as though it carried the weight of everything left unsaid. She watched him as he ate, his posture relaxed now, occasionally smiling at something happening across the room, but never at her. The silence between them grew thicker, filled with unspoken words and broken expectation. She remembered the man he used to be, the one who once held her hand proudly, who introduced her to everyone with a smile, who made her feel like she was enough just as she was. That memory felt distant now, almost like it belonged to someone else. Sitting there in the soft glow of the restaurant lights, she realized that the distance between them was no longer temporary. It had become a quiet reality. Still, she smiled when he finally looked at her, even if it was only for a brief second. It was a reflex, a last attempt to hold on to something that was slipping away. But deep inside, something fragile had begun to break, silently and irreversibly, as she understood that the man she loved was slowly becoming ashamed of her, and that perhaps, one day, he would no longer see her at all. The afternoon sun cast long shadows across the crowded street, where people moved in every direction, their voices blending into a constant hum of life. He walked ahead with verenose porrodicose, his posture straight, his pace quick and purposeful. His suit was perfectly pressed, his shoes polished to a mirror shine, each step reflecting the image he wanted the world to see, successful, confident, untouchable. A few steps behind him, his wife struggled to keep up, her arms weighed down with shopping bags that dug into her skin. Her dress, though clean, looked simple compared to the elegance surrounding them, and her worn shoes made each step slightly heavier than the last. She tried to match his pace, quickening her steps, her run becoming uneven, but the distance between them remained. It wasn't just physical, it was something deeper, something that had been growing quietly for a long time. She called his name softly once, her voice almost lost in the noise of the street, but he didn't turn around. Maybe he didn't hear her. Or maybe he chose not to. People around them began to notice. Some glanced briefly, others stared a little longer, their expressions filled with curiosity or quiet judgment. To them, it looked like two different worlds walking the same path, one shining and vanished, the other quiet and fading into the background. She lowered her gaze, pretending not to see the looks, but she felt them all the same, each one like a small cut. Suddenly, he slowed down, not for her, but because he had spotted a group of acquaintances standing near a cafe. His face immediately changed, a confident smile spreading across his lips as he adjusted his jacket and approached them. His voice grew louder, warmer, filled with energy as he greeted them, shaking hands and laughing as if he hadn't a care in the world. For a moment, she felt a flicker of hope again. She hid slightly, thinking he might call her over, that he might finally acknowledge her presence. But as she came closer, she noticed the way he positioned himself, just slightly, but enough to block her from view. It was subtle, almost noticeable to others, but to her, it was painfully clear. He didn't mention her, didn't look back, didn't even pause to check if she was there. She stopped a few steps away, standing awkwardly with the bags still in her hands, unsure whether to approach or remain where she was. The conversation between him and his friends flowed easily, filled with laughter and animated gestures. She stood there like a stranger, listening to fragments of their words, none of which included her. A couple of them glanced in her direction, their eyes briefly scanning her appearance before returning to him. She felt her cheeks burn with embarrassment, her grip tightening around the handles of the bags as if they were the only thing grounding her. When she finally gathered the courage to step forward and stand beside him, he reacted almost instantly. His smile faltered for a split second, and he interrupted her softly but firmly, telling her to wait for him over there. His tone wasn't loud, but it carried enough impatience to make her step back without question. She nodded quietly, her throat tightening, and moved away as instructed, her heart sinking deeper with each step. She found a small spot near a wall, placing the bags down for a moment to rest her aching arms. Around her, life continued as usual, people chatting, laughing, living without noticing the quiet storm unfolding inside her. She watched him from a distance, the way he smiled, the way he fit so effortlessly into that world, a world where she clearly didn't belong anymore. By the time he finally returned to her, his expression had returned to its usual seriousness. Without asking if she was tired or needed help, he simply gestured for her to keep walking. She picked up the bags again, her hands trembling slightly, and followed behind him once more. But something had changed. The silence between them was no longer just uncomfortable, it was heavy, final. That night, when they returned home, she moved through the house quietly, her footsteps soft against the floor. He didn't notice the way she avoided looking at him, or how her movements were slower, more deliberate. While he distracted himself with his usual routines, she began to gather her belongings, each item carrying a memory she wasn't sure she could hold on to anymore. Tears slipped down her cheeks, but she made no sound. For the first time, she realized that the weight she had been carrying wasn't just in her hands, it was in her heart. And as she folded the last piece of her life with him, she understood that no matter how much she tried to keep up, he had already left her behind long ago. The house was unusually quiet that evening, a heavy stillness settling over every room. He sat on the edge of the bed, the sheets slightly rumpled from the day, and held a photograph in his hands. It was her smiling face, warm and gentle, the same smile he had once taken for granted. The corners of the photo were worn from being handled so often, yet he had never truly looked at it until now. His fingers trembled as he traced the outline of her features, each line and curve stirring memories he had long ignored. For the first time, the weight of his choices pressed down on him, heavier than any suit he had ever worn, heavier than any public opinion he had ever chased. He remembered the early days, when he would introduce her proudly to friends and colleagues, speak of her with admiration, and hold her hand as though the world could see they were united. Now, that memory felt like a distant echo, almost unreal, as if it belonged to someone else entirely. Sitting there alone, he could feel the emptiness of the house like a physical presence. The walls, once filled with laughter and conversation, now reflected only his own regret. Every corner reminded him of what he had lost, the soft hum of the refrigerator, the slight creak of the floorboards, the way the sunlight used to fall across the living room couch where she would sit reading quietly. He pressed the photograph to his chest, closing his eyes, and let a single tear slide down his cheek. He had spent so much time avoiding embarrassment, so much energy pretending she didn't exist in certain circles, that he had never realized how fragile happiness could be. The love that had once been his anchor was gone now, leaving behind a hollow ash that no luxury, no wealth, and no accolades could fill. He whispered her name into the empty room, a desperate attempt to summon her back, but only silence responded. The absence was deafening. For hours, he replayed the moments he could never undo, the dinners where he had ignored her, the parties where he had left her standing silently by his side, the casual dismissals that, to him, had seemed trivial but to her had been vows slowly cutting deeper and deeper. He could see her walking behind him down the crowded streets, carrying shopping bags heavier than her strength, her eyes filled with quiet heart, and he had done nothing. He had chosen pride over love, appearances over connection. And now, with the house so still around him, the truth hit harder than any public humiliation could have, he had lost the one person who had always been there, loving him for who he truly was. He thought about the small gestures she had made every day, preparing his favorite meals, remembering the little things he had forgotten, speaking softly when he was tense, offering comfort when he had been proud and unyielding. All those moments, once not said, now seemed monumental in their absence. The thought of never seeing her smile again, never hearing her laugh, never feeling her hand in his, pressed down on him with unbearable weight. Every memory that had once been background now demanded attention, filling the room with ghosts of what could have been. He slumped farther onto the bed, holding the photograph tagged TLY, and let the tears come freely. He realized, painfully, that regret is a cruel companion, it arrives only when it is too late. No apologies, no gestures, no wealth or influence could bring her back. The house remained silent, the evening stretching endlessly around him, and he knew he would carry this emptiness for the rest of his life. The man who had once been confident and proud, feared and envied, was now reduced to a figure broken by his own choices, haunted by the love he had allowed to slip away. And in that quiet, solitary moment, he understood fully the truth he had avoided for so long. He had been ashamed of the one person who had truly loved him, and now that love was gone forever, leaving him alone with nothing but remorse and the echo of her smile.